Producers use photosynthesis, Part 2. You may have noticed a lot of green in the photographs in this lesson, especially in the screen in front of you right there. That is because this lesson is about producers, and most producers are green. What does the color green have to do with capturing energy to make food? Well, let's find out. Photosynthesis takes place in chloroplast. In almost all ecosystems on Earth, producers capture energy from sunlight and use it to produce food through blank, number 1. Now, I'll take a second because that's a long word. Photosynthesis is the process of using energy from the sun and matter from the surroundings to produce sugars that store energy in chemical bonds. In most producers, such as the plant shown in Figure 2a, the one right in front of us, this process happens in chloroplast. Chloroplasts are cell structures that use the sun's energy to make a sugar through the process of photosynthesis. The middle panel of Figure 2a shows the cells of a plant blank, number 2. Each cell contains many chloroplasts, shown in the right-hand panel of the figure. One striking characteristic of chloroplasts is that they are blank, number 3. Chlorophyll absorbs energy from light. The green color of a chloroplast comes from a molecule that absorbs energy from blank, number 4. The molecule chlorophyll is a green pigment that is essential for photosynthesis. Now get this part. Chlorophyll absorbs energy when light shines on it. Like other pigments, chlorophyll absorbs only certain colors of blank, number 5. It reflects any colors of light that it does not absorb. So hold on for a second then. If we're seeing it in green, that must mean that it's absorbing everything but green. One color of light that chlorophyll does not absorb is green light. When you study waves and light, and I think that's in 8th grade, you learn that the light reflecting off an object is you will learn that the light reflecting off an object is what allows you to see it. That is why green plants look blank, number 6. Their leaves are made up of cells that have many chloroplasts. Chloroplasts contain chlorophyll, and chlorophyll reflects mostly green light. Thus, plants appear green in blank, number 7. Thus, plants appear green in blank, number 7. Producers have structures that function to capture energy and matter through the process of photosynthesis. Chlorophyll is an energy-absorbing molecule found in blank, number 8. Chloroplasts are found in leaf cells. Leaf cells make up the leaves of producers, like this plant. Producers get matter from air and water. Producers also need matter, which they get from their surroundings. Photosynthesis requires water, which many plants absorb through their roots. It also requires carbon dioxide, a gas found in blank, number 9. Aquatic plants use carbon dioxide dissolved in water. With carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight, producers have everything they need for photosynthesis. Light causes a chemical reaction. The process of photosynthesis begins when chlorophyll absorbs the energy of blank, number 10. This input of energy causes a chemical reaction to occur in the chloroplast. Chlorophyll can transfer the energy to the bonds of molecules of sugar through a chemical blank, number 11. In photosynthesis, energy is captured from sunlight and is used to produce sugar molecules from water and carbon dioxide. The chemical equation representing this process is carbon dioxide plus water plus energy, and then that arrow key we say is yields sugar plus oxygen. The equation in figure 2b, the one you're looking at right now, is a model that describes the reaction as a chemical blank, number 12. Chemical formulas have reactants, or the molecules used in the reaction, on the left side. Products, the molecules produced in the reaction, appear on the right blank, number 13. Appear on the right blank, number 13. The reactants in this chemical equation are carbon dioxide, CO2, and water, H2O. And the products on the other side of that yield sign are sugar, C6H12O6, and oxygen, O2. That's the important thing for us. Not only is it the sugars that we eat, it's the oxygen that we breathe. Notice how energy is placed on the left side of the blank, number 14. That is because this chemical reaction requires an input of energy, which is then transferred to the molecules of the products. The chemical bonds that hold together the atoms in the sugar molecules store that energy. Notice that in figure 2b, the reaction is balanced on each side. Because sugar has 6 carbon atoms in it, C6H12O6, the reaction requires 6 carbon dioxide molecules on the reactant side. Review the reaction. Are all the atoms balanced on each side? In the picture, they're not. But if you look at the equation down below, it is. So let me help you with that. So 6CO2 means there are 6 carbon atoms and 12 oxygen atoms. It's because it's 6 times 2 is 12. And then the next molecule of water, it's 6H2O. So it's 12 atoms of hydrogen and 6 atoms of oxygen. And then when you look that all the way through and you add those up on the right-hand side, it equals the same. Now that's work we're going to be doing when we do our chemistry unit soon. Figure 2b. Photosynthesis is a chemical reaction that captures energy from the sun to convert carbon dioxide and water into sugars and oxygen. The energy from sunlight is stored in the chemical bonds of the sugar blank, number 15. Now let's just take a real quick look at the 5 questions. Number 1 is, what is photosynthesis? Doesn't have to be long, but it should start with photosynthesis is. Number 2, where does photosynthesis take place in most producers? And be real specific about that. Name that specific place. So photosynthesis takes place in the blank in most producers, or something like that. Whole sentence. Number 3, it's a drawing. Use the video or any part of it if you would like. Open your book to page 58. I think you'll find some good drawings in there, and draw it carefully and label it carefully. Notice the parts that are green and the parts that aren't green. Number 4, what 2 kinds of matter are needed for photosynthesis? Now we know photosynthesis needs energy, but there are 2 other molecules that photosynthesis needs. So your sentence would start off with, blank and blank are needed for photosynthesis. And number 5, write out the equation of photosynthesis in words. And that was in the book, and that was in this video as well, if you want to rewind it. Now we want it in words. We don't want the chemical formula. We want it in words. All right, very good. Good luck now.